Next speaker is Shannon Heyman.
Hey everybody, my name is Shannon Heyman. I'm an Austin resident, a mother of 4, and a proud member of the Lyft community. I'm here today to share my concerns with these proposed regulations and the impacts that they'll have on thousands of ride-sharing drivers and passengers here in Austin. I want to share my story with you because it reflects how ride-sharing has changed people's lives and underscore the importance of the decisions that the council is making. 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with a rare chronic medical condition. Between the doctor's appointments, days where I physically wasn't up to it, and unexpected admittance to the hospital, I couldn't keep a full-time job. With the growing cost of living, raising 4 children, medical expenses, I found myself in complete financial turmoil. For a while, I was relying on government assistance and afraid that my situation would never get any better. Luckily, I discovered Lyft and began driving as soon as I was approved to be a driver. Since then, I've turned my finances around, no longer depend on government assistance, and can take care of my family. I'm worried that this council has not had a chance to hear from all of the other Lyft and Uber drivers with similar stories, but only one of thousands. More regulations, more barriers to access, longer application times, all chip away at the ability for people to quickly and easily become part of the Lyft community. When it comes to safety, Lyft and Uber have raised the bar. Ride-sharing apps have new safety features such as 24/7 GPS tracking, photos of drivers, their vehicles, and digital ride receipts, and the list of safety features keeps growing. More important, drivers are already screened on a national level. The other issue I want to address, one that is very close to me, is the impact that ride-sharing has on drunk driving. I have family members who have struggled with this, and I've also worked as a bartender, so I know firsthand what happens when there are no convenient transportation options for people who go out drinking at night. And yes, I have had cab drivers decline drunk passengers, a lot of them, just refuse to give them rides. I'm sorry, but it's true. It's true. When you ask Lyft drivers what they love about what they do, the overwhelming response will be giving back to the community by saving lives. Austin has had a string of DUI fatalities over the years, and the trend was only going up until Lyft and Uber arrived. The simple availability of these apps has changed how people think about drinking. They're making smarter choices, and as a result, our streets are safer. Please listen to your constituents. We've called, we've written, tweeted, and tried to speak at committee hearings. There are thousands of Austinites who rely on these services, and pushing them out with these rules will only make our streets less safe. Also, as a citizen and as a driver both, I want to ask why San Antonio was not invited to speak at this council meeting where fingerprinting is optional and obviously working. Houston was. Thank you.
Any questions for the speaker, Ms. Gallo? Shannon, Haywood, Heyman.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here with us this evening.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
And I so appreciate what you've done as a mom of 4 girls and health issues and really trying to make your way with being self-sufficient.
So, sorry about the shaky voice. I almost cried.
No. We're
very
very
proud
proud
of you.
No, very proud of you. I asked the question before because I'm really trying to understand the concerns that the drivers have with the process. So were there any other concerns? We talked about the concern with the additional cost and the city's willing to pay that.
Right.
I think Houston helped address that. They have worked collaboratively with Uber in Houston to come up with a process that would take 1 to 2 days.
Right. And the fact that Houston has actually worked is Houston's thing. Austin is supposed to be a forward-thinking city, in my opinion, and is the opinion of a lot of citizens here. Did the people ask for this? That's my question to the city council. Who asked for this?
So
was it the city council or was it a public poll?
Yeah, and so thank you for that comment. But back to my questions, because I'm really trying to understand the specific concerns that the drivers have. So we've talked about the cost. Mm-hmm. We've said that the city's willing to pay for that. Mm-hmm. We've talked about the timing issue, and it sounds like with Houston's model that we could copy or improve on, that it would be 1 to 2 days process.
Right.
So that certainly sounds like it's within the time frame that you're already looking at getting onboarded with Uber or Lyft. Are there any other specific concerns that you have as a driver with the process that we could help address?
I don't have any concerns with the process.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to get at, is specific things that we can help address that
Right.
will
I
move
specifically
us
have
in the
no
right
problems with the
directions.
process.
Okay.
I am just opposed to being forced to being fingerprinted. I think that if fingerprinting could be an option as worked out like by the city of San Antonio, that would be a little bit more appropriate.
All right, thank you. I just wanted to make sure that we're covering all the concerns that the drivers have so
Right.
we can address those
Right, thank you.
appropriately. Thank you very
Anybody
much.
else?
Yep.
Yes, Mr. Zimmerman?
Thank you. Before
Don.
you go, which, could I ask, are you in one of the 10-1 council districts?
Yes, I am in your district.
Well, I'm a candidate for District 6 City Council, but see, based on your reply, I was going to ask you if you wanted to run for office, but that's a very insightful question. You have a future in politics, so thank you.
Thank you, Don.
I have one more question.
Hold on, please.
Yes,
So
Josh,
did you
go
say
ahead.
you drive for Lyft?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So I understand the point that the other council members are making, that the drivers some people may be willing to get fingerprinted.
Right.
But the question is, because Lyft does not operate in any city that requires mandatory fingerprinting, how can you have the choice to work for Lyft if they don't exist in the city?
This is exactly why drivers are saying that they would be willing to be fingerprinted, because they're scared of losing their jobs. So they're pushing to Lyft to stay in the city. That is the only reason the drivers are saying that they're willing to be fingerprinted.
Right.
That is it.
Thanks.
This will be a quick question. So, so you don't drive for Uber? Am I correct?
I do not drive for Uber. I drive for Lyft.
Oh, would you want to drive for Uber if they were here?
If Uber were here,
Yeah. I mean, why do you not drive for Uber?
I just believe in Lyft's business model a little bit more. I support
Okay.
Lyft.
Okay.
I have no offense against Uber. I love Uber. I believe that we're a united front, but I love my Lyft, so I'm going to stay with them.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.